We're less than 2 weeks away from the Spokane Zephyr's inaugural match right across the street at One Spokane Stadium. The team reported for training camp just about a month ago, and they've been adjusting to living in Spokane ever since. But for one player, this area is pretty familiar. Our Sydney Berger tells us how she managed to make her way back to the Inland Northwest.
We are home. That phrase written on every Zephyr player's t-shirt. But for Jody Ukeckel, it means more than most. The Western Washington native spent 4 years as a Gonzaga Bulldog, and a couple of professional seasons later is finding her way back to Spokane. Like any other competitive high school soccer player, Jody Ukeckel just wanted a shot to play at the next level. An opportunity to walk on at Gonzaga was all she needed.
I definitely was not one of the players that they expected to be a significant contributor.
But it wasn't long until Ukeckel was named co-captain the spring of her sophomore season and became a key part of the group that laid a foundation for the Zags' future program success.
Now watching them win the WCC and just looking back, like my year and the year above me, year behind me, is just so excited because like we know we did that. We knew we gave them that opportunity.
After hanging up her cleats as a Bulldog, Ukeckel played overseas in Rome and Spain before finding her way onto the Seattle Reigns roster. But her dream of playing on the West Side was short-lived.
Like at the end of Cinderella, when the prince is putting on the slipper for Cinderella, if he just it slipped out of his hands and it shattered.
A season-ending injury benched Ukeckel just 3 weeks after signing in Seattle.
There were several months in that process where I didn't know if I was going to be able to play again.
The process: tearing her ACL, faced with complications from surgery, and tasked with finding a new home to play professional soccer. But the pieces fell back into place. The Reigns strength coach that helped Ukeckel through rehab was making the move to the Zephyr.
I contacted Josh and I was like, how do I make Spokane happen? Like, I gotta come. Like, that's where I'm going now. So how do I make this happen?
A place that shaped Ukeckel as a player is now home again. And when Ukeckel makes her debut this season, it'll be the first professional game since her injury. She told me she's anxious, but in a positive way, and said she can't wait for the moment she gets to step back out onto the pitch. In studio, Sydney Berger, 4 News Now.